Welcome back to Zito. I'm Yang Xiong from the Global Times. The world is experiencing a profound change that has never seen in the past century. In the past decades, the world order dominated by the US and a few Western countries has caused uneven development, lack of fairness, and even chaos and conflicts worldwide. We have heard enough bad news, and the world is calling for a new path to reform the globalization and restore peace and development. When mankind faced daunting challenges posed by deficit of peace, development, and governance, in 2013, Chinese President Xi Jinping proposed the building of Silk Road Economic Belt and the 21st Century Maritime Silk Road, the Belt and Road Initiative, carrying on the Silk Road spirit and offering the world Chinese wisdom. 10 years ago, the BRI was unfamiliar to many around the world, and some even doubt that the initiative can bring any significant change. But now, the facts speak for themselves. The Global Times has sent multiple groups of reporters to visit the countries that participated and get benefit from the Belt and Road Initiative world. They see neither war nor chaos in the countries they visit, but fortunes and hopes.
This is also a part of Belt and Road, which gave local people of this country better opportunity to develop in the future. Our group went to South Pacific region, and our last stop is Solomon Islands. The population is very small in the country, but they have a Chinese school. We went to the school on the day when Chinese hospital ship Ark Peace sent a group of soldiers and officers to have a cultural exchange with the students in the school. Many people send their children to the school because they think the education there is really good. And we interviewed some students, and they said that in the future they want to go to China to have a look or to seek for better education. Actually, they really might have the opportunity because I met a group of Solomon Islands students who are studying in China, and China offered them with scholarship and opportunities for education, which will help the country to develop.
A local farmer told me that he developed the Juncao at about 2020, and during that time, his grassland was almost droughted. And then he got introduced by a Chinese guy and told him that Juncao can grow even in the most droughted and without water area. And then he started to harvest and planted the Juncao at his grassland. And then his grassland resisted the very drought weather and also the season. So he then grass all the Juncao at his grassland and feed the horse. He said so far he has planted about 2 acres of Juncao, and then the horses survived until now. He then also developed the Juncao and then planted into mushrooms to get more income. So he told me that they are planning to plant more of them at his grassland, and also the mushrooms to help the whole farmland to increase income and teach more local farmers to learn how to plant Juncao and mushrooms.
I was so surprised to see there's a technician from Hunan. He has spent more than 15 years to plant hybrid rice planting in this country. Madagascar is a country that the local planting cannot fully support the local people's eating, so they need to import a lot of rice from other countries. That is why Chinese people and Chinese government has signed these technicians come here and to help the locals to lift their planting hybrid yielding. And he told me that when he first came to this place, there's no electricity, no power. So they have the determinations to help the locals to improve the local livelihood. After years' efforts, currently the total hybrid planting areas in the country has been quite improvement. and it has been a very good and very important confidence for local rice production.
I can show you a picture, and this is me and a local villager. You can see how cheerful we are, because I think that's how they really welcome us and how they really welcome the Chinese investment project. That reflects their real attitude toward the BRI project. What really amazed me is a local villager near the Tagalur station, and the villager runs a very small shop just behind the Tagalur station. He was very excited to talk to me because he told me he has seen the Tagalur station developed from scratch. And he believes his business has also get a booming because of station. And we have also talked to Chinese builders, and one of them is head of the Tagalur station construction team. And the person in charge told me that he always took his translator to village to talk to local families, to hear about their feedbacks, to ask whether or not the project, the construction bothered their daily life. And you know, when we visited there, we can see a pile of documents, and when I asked what's all about, he told me that's all from local community, local villagers. As there are thank you gifts, thank you letters, wedding invitations, and also kind of requests to ask for Chinese companies' help to, build more infrastructure for local people. So you can see their relationship is very healthy, and they even treat each other as friends.
We traveled to the office of the Chinese company who is responsible for the construction of the Hungary-Serbia Railway. We found a lot of young people from Hungary who are so much passionate to be part of this project. And Basa is the one who is working as a translator for the project. And he feels very proud to have the opportunities to make a good use of his Chinese language and get to know the Chinese friends. He also got to know a Chinese girl who is now become his wife. So that makes him feel that he would like to know more about China and Chinese projects. So in the future, he told us that if there will be any possibilities for more Chinese-related projects to take place in the region, he would like to be part of it.
And in Belarus, there is a saying that you will never step into the same China-Belarus industrial park because it is a unique and perfect combination of the cooperation between China and Belarus. We interviewed Alexander Yaroshenko, the chief of the Industrial Parks Administration Office. He previously worked as Deputy Minister of Ministry of Economy in Belarus. Then Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko handed him this job and told him that there are a bunch of deputy ministers in our country, but there's only one China and Belarus industrial park. So you can say how important your job is. And then he told us another story, which is the owner of a US company who bought a lot of field in the industrial park. And a few years later, the US company's owner told him that I feel regret. I think I made a huge mistake. And then Yaroshenko asked him why. And the owner said, because I think I should buy a field that's twice as large, because I think your industrial park is really making a lot of profits for the companies there. Despite the impact of COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine crisis, the number of the industrial park actually increased steadily during the 3 years. Yaroshenko told us he expected the companies in this industrial park to reach 24 from 19 in the next year. I realized one thing during my visit to the industrial park, that is the mutual trust between those countries and China, as well as the natural appeal of those projects themselves that have made Belt and Road project so successful during the past 10 years.
what amazing experiences they had. We walked on our steps, and maybe one day we will go to your countries to see what the BRI brought to your hometowns, and to hear your stories and views. We know the world is still suffering from turbulence, and peace and development are extravagant for many people. We believe the Belt and Road Initiative will keep healing the wounded world, like we just did in past decade. And let's work together to make our planet better. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.